What is up, guys? Welcome back to Dan's Reviews, and today I'm back for another video for The Plague. This one is a very special video. This one is going to be doing our spoiler-free review. I got a chance to see the Season 4 premiere of The Plague early, literally a month early, thanks to Undead Freak 78, and of course, I want to go ahead and do a spoiler-free review of the first episode of Season 4, let you guys know kind of spoiler-free what goes on in the episode, what you guys can expect, of course, just mainly for the season, and just kind of give my thoughts on the season premiere, spoiler free. And a very special thank you to Undead Freak 78 for actually doing this for me. He actually did let me see the Season 4 premiere of The Plague early, literally a month early, which is absolutely insane. Yeah, I want to say a huge thank you to Undead Freak 78. So, I know for a lot of you guys are probably like, what? The episode didn't come out yet. It didn't. It did not come out yet. It did not have some kind of early release. This is really just for the channel, and this is Undead Freak 78 really doing this for us. He's really doing this for the channel. Really, I want to say a huge thank you to Undead Freak 78 for actually even making this video, possible, because, he's worked very hard on this series, and I know full well that Season 4, he's worked very hard on it, so, for anybody that hasn't seen the Season 4 premiere yet, which is obviously, you guys, I want to let you guys know what you guys can expect from the premiere, of course, without any spoilers from the episode. So, okay, so going into this episode, so I was very excited when he told me that he was going to be giving me this episode early. I found out a couple days ago, and I didn't really let you guys know because I want to kind of surprise you guys with this video, but, basically, okay, so this is the episode, of course, the first episode after the war with Victor, and, I really heavily enjoyed Season 3, as you guys know. It was an amazing season, and now pretty much waiting a year to see this Season 4. I was very excited going into this season to see what was going to happen, and I can definitely say that after I've seen this first episode, I am very happy with this season premiere. I think it's a very awesome season premiere. I think there are a lot of things about it that are just really awesome, and I really think that, I think you guys are going to enjoy it. I think it's a very good start to a season. It has a lot of things going on kind of with the characters, and it really catches up after the 6 month time skip that we have here. Where basically we get to see what our characters have kind of been doing over the last 6 months, where they're at, what the characters have been doing, and how they are going to deal with what is going to be coming up this season, which I'm not going to get into anything, of course, that happens in this episode, but there are a few things that I think you guys are going to, that are going to be very unexpected in this episode. A lot of things that I think you guys are going to like. And there are a lot of character moments in this episode, like specifically a lot of conversations between characters I think that are very well done in this episode. Specifically one I want to say near the end of the episode, and I'm not really going to go into that too much, but all I'm going to say is that this episode really has a very good feel to it. You open up the episode, and you guys have seen it. You guys have seen the opening minutes of this episode with Anthony kind of going around and talking with Samantha. You got John and kind of what is he up to now. John in this episode I think was a very, very awesome storyline they had going with him. I'm not going to mention anything that happens, but my God, am I excited for you guys to see it. It is an amazing episode for Anthony, but also an amazing episode for John. And I think the biggest thing is, and you guys, I'm sure you guys have a lot of questions of why is John acting the way he is? Why is he doing the things he's doing? You really do get some answers in this episode. You really understand kind of more so, I want to say more than ever, why John is doing what he's doing. And I guess you could kind of, I don't know, I think in this episode people are really going to enjoy Scott a lot as well. I think he's another character people are really going to enjoy. Scott, I'll just say Scott has a scene with John in this episode that I think is very good. And I think it's really awesome, and it's really just about those two characters and how far they've come. And I don't know, I think you guys are really going to like it. And not only that, but I think that also, now, okay, I'm not going to get into in this episode the ninjas and them as a threat. I really want to keep that for you guys to see in this episode, because I really think that if I really go into anything like that, it will ruin the episode, is what I'm going to say. But the ninjas as a group, we know they're coming this season. We know that they have been in the trailers, and I'm not really going to say how much of a part they have in this episode. As you guys know from the sneak peek you guys saw with Anthony and Blake, they are already being involved in the first episode. You know, they're being mentioned, voices and stuff like that from Blake. So, definitely the threat is out there, and it's very known in this episode. The threat of the ninjas is out there, and it is close by, and it is very known in this episode. It's really the only way I can really say it without getting into anything spoilery, right? So yeah, but really the main thing I really just love about this episode is the characters. I love how the characters are acting. Every character in this episode for me is very interesting and has an awesome role throughout, really. I'd have to say my favorite character of this episode, though, is just personally for me, Scott, and it's mainly because of some of the stuff between him and John. I think is just really interesting, and I think you guys are really going to like that a lot. And yeah, it's a really great episode. There are a lot of things I think you guys are going to enjoy, and obviously I don't want to get into that, but there are also a lot of things I think you guys are going to like about Samantha in this episode. I think there's a lot of stuff you guys are going to see from her in this episode. Yeah, just a lot of awesome moments between characters. And another thing is, too, if anybody was a big fan of Blake, this is your episode, because he also gets a lot of time in this episode. So, yeah, really every character, I feel like in Season 3, even in Season 2 a little bit, Anthony would always kind of be at the forefront, but I feel like this season, even though we're going back and we're actually seeing Anthony again, and in this remake version, but, I feel like it's a lot more well done, because Anthony is still the lead of the series, but I find it's very, you know, it's an even amount of time between all these characters in this episode. It's really cool. And that's why it's a really good episode, is because, you know, a lot of the characters, we really see an even amount of screen time with all of them. You know, and it's really great. It's an awesome episode. It's an awesome start to the season. Like I said, the ninjas, I can't get into anything aside from saying that the threat of them is very well known in this episode, and there are some things that happen related to the ninjas, but I can't go into any more detail than that. So, yeah, anyway. And John, definitely John. So, to kind of wrap up this video, John, one more thing I want to say about him from this episode before I kind of, end it right here, is that he is definitely going very far one way, and, it shows in this episode a lot. John makes some decisions in this episode that I think is going to be, very interesting to you guys. I think you guys are really going to like that a lot. John is, I'm not really sure where the storyline with him is going. That's really the one thing I'm going to say. I don't know where it's going. I'm very nervous after this episode of what's going to happen with John. But, yeah, that's really all I have to say about the whole John stuff. But it's really interesting, and in my opinion, it's one of the best parts of this episode. Just everything that happens with John. I think it's really cool. And there's one specific scene with John I think you guys are you're gonna like quite a bit. So, anyway, that is Voices. That is Season 4, Episode 1, Voices. And, it's an excellent premiere. I can't wait for you guys to see it. It's going to be an awesome episode. You guys got about a month left to watch, and I will definitely, even if I've seen it, I'm definitely going to be on there when it premieres on Under Freak 78's channel to interact with you guys, and maybe, and just watch it with you guys to see kind of your reactions to the episode. And I want to say one last big, and just very big thank you to Undead Freak 78 for actually making this video possible for me to actually talk about this episode a month early, spoiler-free. And I definitely, for you guys, it's definitely going to be really cool, because I will be able to release my spoiler-filled review the night that it airs. And I don't have to wait like an hour or so, because I've already seen it. So instead of you guys having to wait like another hour after the episode's done airing, I can film my review ahead of time. and post it for you guys literally like a minute or like 5 minutes after the episode is done airing, you know, so on March 14th, of course. So anyway, really cool stuff. Write your comments in the comment section below. What do you think about, you know, just what do you think about the episode so far of the information I've given you? Are you excited for it? Does this make you more excited? Does this make you more anxious to see it? Because I know a lot of people are really excited to see it. You know, we've been waiting a while, and I think it's going to pay off. I think you guys are really going to be happy with this episode. Me personally, I'm really curious to see where the story goes from episode 2, 3, 4, and, you know, forward. But just for this first episode, I think you guys are really going to enjoy it. I think it's a very well-written episode, very well done, and yeah, it's really awesome. The story is just, it's amazing. So, anyway, write your comments in the comment section below. If you're new here, click the subscribe button so you don't miss any of my Walking Dead videos. Follow Dan's The Walking Dead Reviews on Instagram, and of course, more importantly, subscribe to Undead Freak 78, the creator of The Plague. So, anyway, guys, thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I'll catch you guys really soon for another. Enjoy the rest of your night, guys, and peace out.